Breaking Living. Our topic for today's presentation is Something Will Happen. Something will happen. If you recall my presentation on the sanctum setup, you might notice that I quoted Joseph Campbell, where he said that something will happen, and I try to explain. Here is the quote. This is the place of creative incubation. At first, you might find that nothing is happening there, but if you have a sacred place and use it and take advantage of it, something will happen. So in my presentation, I try to explain something will happen, and for lack of words, all I said was that you would change your life. So this time, I want to expatiate or elaborate on what he meant by something will happen, or what I meant by you will change your life. By using my own experiences to explain this phrase or the phrases. The first one that came to my mind was that when I looked at my life when I was using this practice, having a sanctum and using it, I noticed that it organized my life. So it is going to organize your life. And how will it do that? It organizes your life in the sense that when you start using your sanctum, you have to set a time in the morning where you are going to go to your sanctum, either to pray, to meditate, to plan your day, or to study. And you want to keep this time constant. In other words, if you decide to be in your sanctum by 7 a.m., you want to do it at 7 a.m. every day. Then in the evening, you also need to set a time in the evening where you need to go to your sanctum, so to pray, to meditate, to plan for the next day, that kind of thing. So in this way, the sanctum organizes your life. Number 2, you get what you want with ease. You get what you want with ease. Getting what you want is not a mystery. Because the universe is designed for all of us to get what we want. So it is not a mystery. For instance, it's a mystery for some of us, more especially if you do not have this knowledge. It becomes a mystery. If you do not know it, that you are here to get what you want, basically. If you do not know that fact, you might go through life suffering, not knowing that, yes, it's easy for you to get what you want. It could be very difficult for somebody who doesn't know this truth about the universe. This is how the Kama Sutra said it. The Kama Sutra said the mortal gets what he wants, or she wants, as the case may be. It's not some mortals. Everybody on this planet. If you want something, the design is for you to get it. In fact, it's not just in the Kama Sutra, it's also in the Tanakh, where it teaches us that what you decide on will be done, and light will shine on your ways. You see, so these are statements coming from two different cultures, and they are all talking about the same thing. In fact, you don't even need to go to the sacred text to determine that. You can find it from your own experiences. that, more especially when you were growing up. Assuming, I'm not saying you are not in a, even if you are in poverty, your parents do their best to get you what you wanted. You see? So how much more the universe? See, that is the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, you get what you want. That is part of the universal design. But when you start your practice, getting what you want becomes very easy. How does it do that? Because the practice enables you to increase your vibrations and you become a center of attraction. And that makes it easy for you to get what you want. Okay. Number 3, spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts. When you begin this practice, as I explained earlier, your spiritual gifts tend to be expressed. They tend to be activated. Yeah, like you can talk about gifts like clairvoyance, telepathy, clairaudience, telekinesis, and mediumship. See, or any other spiritual gift that may be hiding somewhere within you. With this practice, because what is happening is that your mind is now focused. You see, you are no longer externally driven. When you focus your mind and you are no longer afraid and you are no longer anxious of tomorrow, but you are centered. You see, these gifts have a way of expressing, but you are the person who is going to find out what it is. Then you use the gift to begin to help your fellow creatures. Okay, the practice, that is number 4, the practice also increases your awareness. You become aware of the world in which you live. Because during the practice, it's not just for meditation. You meditate, you study, you plan, you think, you use your mind, in other words, to see what is going on around you. Yeah, it's not just getting information and not thinking about them. You think about all the information and you reflect. And this idea of reading and reflecting and meditating helps you to increase your awareness. And when you increase your awareness, you love without conditions because you come to understand. And when you love without conditions, in fact, you become part of the creature family. Okay? Then, center of attraction. Okay, you become a center of attraction. I think I touched on that previously. Yeah, when you begin the practice of studying, of meditating, of contemplating, of chanting, of praying, all these things help you to increase your attraction. And when you increase your attraction, somebody maybe, let's say a beggar sees you on the road and asks for alms. I know that sometimes beggars stand in one place as you pass by. I'm not talking about that circumstance. I'm talking about a situation where a beggar comes up to you. Yeah. At that moment becomes a spiritual moment. Of all the people in the world, this beggar chose you to come to ask you for alms. Okay? Do not just brush it aside. Take it as a spiritual moment. Okay, if you have something to give, give. And not just only give, try to communicate with the beggar. You might learn something. See, that is about. So you become a center of attraction. Because sometimes when a stranger, sees you on the road and says hi, you see. So what they are seeing is not really you. The practice has a way of bringing to focus the love that is now expressing within you, the universal love. So they are attracted to the universal love that you are now radiating. You see, so that's why. So use every moment of this contact, to influence somebody's life. Okay, Then peace of mind. Yes. The practice has a way of giving you peace of mind. What is important now is no longer your job. It is no longer what you owe to anyone. It's no longer what any person owes to you. It's no longer the cell phone that you wake up in the morning to check the first thing. So it's no longer your problems. So now you become the most important person on the planet, and you take time for yourself. And that time includes waking up in the morning and taking care of yourself. And that includes praying, meditating, planning for the day, and studying. You see, these activities give you peace of mind. Okay, then healing. Okay, earlier in one of my presentations, I stated how I was having negative thoughts. Yeah, after so many years on this planet, it has never happened to me, but all of a sudden, from nowhere, I was having negative thoughts about some of my life experiences. You see, so as time went on, a thought crossed my mind. And that thought was, why not set up your sanctum? I told you earlier that I had packed up my sanctum after I got married. Yeah, for obvious reasons. Yeah, but now, when I was sick, a thought comes across, set up your sanctum. And when that thought came to me, it automatically put a smile on my face. And when I set up my sanctum, I became healed. You see, my body remembered. When I was doing the sanctum in those days, I was very happy. So my body is now trying to heal itself by taking me back to those days. And I'm now repeating the things I did before, and I can say I am happy. So the sanctum, the practice, can really heal you. See. So you can see that many things really happen when you begin your sanctum practice. See, many things happen. The practice helps you to change your whole way of life, from one who is outer directed to one who is inner directed. And that is a major shift in life. You see, the external world has lost its grip on you for the first time, and you are now on the driver's seat. You see, you can now think through things. You can now think through things on your own without society's influence, because you've shed all those. You now think through things and make up your mind on your own. You make up your mind on your own. There is no more need to follow blindly, because this is your life and you decide what happens to it. Obviously, getting to the mountaintop is not an easy journey. Yes, I know it is not an easy journey, but you can do it and it is worth it. Now, considering the above list of things that could happen to you, I can confidently say that something will happen when you begin your sanctum practice. Or if you like, you could indeed change your life. Awakened Living is designed to help us to live well in this world. You are loved without conditions, and you are blessed without requirements. Thank you for listening, and may you experience cosmic peace. In the name of love, the earth, and the universe. For more information on this episode, please visit unizim.org. Thank you.